Welcome to those of you that are on the call for the first time. Welcome if it's your first time participating live, and welcome to those of you that are listening to the recording for the first time. This is Mark Hollenstein. It is Saturday, March 1st, and this is our energy update and energy activations for March, as offered to all of us through my guides, the Elders of the Universe and the Masters of Light. Before I jump in, I want to just invite you to take 3 full, slow, intentional breaths into your body. And I want to invite you to use those breaths to really anchor yourself into the energy of your heart chakra. So we're going to do that by first breathing the breath into our lungs 3 times to absolute capacity. We'll start there, and then we'll put our focus on our heart chakra together. So take 3 really big breaths in. As you exhale, let it fall out. Now your lungs are a little more expanded, so you can actually take even more breath in. Fill your lungs to capacity even more. Let it fall out. And then do that a 3rd and final time for this breath activation. Breathe in even more. And now let it fall out. And instantly I want to invite you to put your awareness first on the sensations in your chest now that you've activated your lungs. Just feel the physical sensations in your chest. And then I'm going to invite you to go beyond the physical sensations and sense the intelligence in your heart chakra. You have a physical heart that is a pump that pumps the blood everywhere in your body and keeps all your systems activated and functioning to keep your physical body alive. But in the center of your physical body, which happens to be your physical body, is in the center of your auric field. So your heart chakra is actually in the center of your auric field if your physical body wasn't having a physical experience. Your auric field, so your mind can understand, is your eternal bubble of light or drop of energy in the infinite ocean of the one source creator. It has a body floating in the middle of it. We call it the electromagnetic field, but it is simply your physical manifestation that is allowing your non-physical drop in the infinite ocean of consciousness to have a human physical experience. Your heart chakra connects the intelligence of your eternal soul, your drop in the infinite ocean of the one, with your physical experience. Sense in the center of your chest the presence of the power and the intelligence and the love and the light of the one eternal source. Now, as a way to heighten your connection to your human awareness of it, we've been using the practice of imagining an emerald green ball of light the size of a golf ball in the center of your chest. We've been doing that because years ago, early when the Masters of Light came in, they told us that the power of imagination is not make-believe. The power of imagination is a way that our limited human brain that only knows what it's been imprinted with, so it only can access memory. Using imagination is a way for our brain to access a visual that transports us into non-physical realities that we can interact with. So asking your mind to imagine an emerald green ball of light in your chest cavity gives your brain a way to participate in something that your non-physical soul can guide you through. This is really important for where we're going today. So allowing your mind to imagine that emerald green ball of light in your chest cavity, stay with me. I want you to imagine that ball of light becoming even brighter. And as you imagine it become brighter, I want you to see it slowly start to rotate like a disco ball in a dance club, ever so slowly. Using these visuals, our mind can activate energetic intelligence within us, so pulses of information can be transmitted to you beyond your mind. So that little activation that we just did has now allowed you to become a stronger receiver of the information that's being transmitted through my words that your ears are hearing and your mind is processing only through memory. It's activating a deeper level of communication, of receptivity to you, that will eventually allow impulses of conscious thought to come up into your human mind in a way that will make sense today and beyond, that will support your ability to continue to navigate your life in the midst of the chaos on the world stage, which is simply a reflection of a beautiful transformation that humanity is going through. So with your focus on that emerald green ball of light slowly rotating in your chest cavity, I want you to use a tool that we've used many times since 2017 as well. We're going to just have a little refresher. I have often said, through the guidance of my guides, our smile is a superpower. I want you just to focus on that ball of light in your chest cavity, experience the sensations, and then simply put a smile on your face and notice how it shifts the sensation in your chest cavity. And while that smile is on your face and you're noticing the shift within your chest cavity, I want you to breathe a little deeper into that emerald green ball of light, amplifying the subtle shift in sensation that a simple smile activates. Now, just to reinforce your awareness of the shift, allow the smile on your face to soften and disappear, and let your face drop into a neutral expression. And notice the shift in your chest cavity. And then simply put the smile back on your face and notice the shift from there. And you can keep the smile on your face if you want to, or let it drop to a neutral expression. Doesn't matter. My question is, did you notice any subtle shift? If you did, awesome. If you didn't, that's awesome as well. If you didn't, that is a tool that you can begin to practice with. And I will encourage you to practice when you are alone and practice when you are with others. When you're feeling uncomfortable or you're feeling resistance in any situation, putting a smile on your face can open your heart chakra to a higher intelligence that can help you navigate whatever it is you're feeling uncomfortable about. It's counterintuitive to the human experience, but it's a superpower in the non-physical realms because it's a gateway. That's the power of the shift of the smile is a gateway to turn the dial on your receiver to tune into your higher intelligence. Super simple, easy to not believe until you practice. The beauty of all these tools we've been working with, there's such a simplicity to them that is, when practiced regularly, empowers us in such a way that the wounded mind that only knows memory from imprints doesn't have any knowledge that it is true. On the contrary, it wants to pull up evidence that says to you, that is so stupid and so simple. Of course it's not doing anything. But that's not accurate information. Accurate information, all the tools we've been given, when practiced and accumulated, allow you to access the intelligence of your upgraded heart chakra, which I've been saying for years now. That energy, the essence of your soul, the essence of your drop in the infinite ocean of consciousness is absent of fear. It only knows itself as source, so it is not imprinted with a belief that it is separate from it or that source is external outside of it. It only knows itself as source, and therefore it is absent of human limitation because it is not human. It is the infinite one intelligence of the I am prime creator. Of course, if you've been working with me for a while, you've heard me say that many, many times. And sometimes the mind goes, get on with something new. And sometimes a part of you that sends an impulse of thought to the same mind says, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Why haven't I been using it? Once when I did it, I felt something. Or anywhere in between those two responses. One is not better than the other. One is not right and the other is not wrong. It's just evidence of practice of getting out of the limitation of physicality and moving into the power of non-physical realms that will affect our physical reality in ways our wounded third-dimensional persona mind that only knows imprints that create memories has no knowledge of. But the infinite, eternal knowledge and wisdom of your accumulated soul wisdom, your eternal accumulation of experience as a drop in the infinite ocean of one, holds a playbook. It holds an accumulated knowledge and wisdom that has been lying dormant for you to come online in you in the human incarnation that you are having at this moment, that you are hearing my voice through this phone line, that holds all the knowledge and all the wisdom to begin to send impulses of thought into your mind that has only been imprinted with external sources that have created memory. There is a playbook in your upgraded heart chakra, in your command center, that is now tuned to a frequency that has slowly and gradually been tuning your mind and your physical body to be able to hold this level of light and this level of frequency so it could come online, so it could begin to shift the way your brain that has only been imprinted with external sources and therefore only knows memory can begin to shift. And that's so important with where we find ourselves today. Before I read the longest message that I've ever read to you from the elders, I'm going to review a couple of more things for you because I want you to see how they apply to the message for today, and then I'm going to connect the dots one of the greatest challenges for me as a receiver of these messages and as a spiritual light coach who's been working with many of you for many years now, one of the greatest challenges for me is not to lose sight of all the things we've been told. And that's slightly easier for me than it is for you because I am the receiver of these messages, but that puts a burden on me that I'm going to acknowledge to you right now, because I feel such a level of commitment to any of you who work with me or are on these calls, because you're who has been drawn into my experience. And I say this all the time. I am not a huge spiritual influencer, not by choice of I want to be or I don't want to be. I just follow the flow. And in my flow, it's a very small, specific group of people who come in and out of my circle and my work. And so in my personal experience, everything that I received, because it took me a while to surrender to the willingness to receive the messages and allow myself to be a channel. Once I made that decision in 2017, I hang on every freaking word. And I review it and I process it and I say to myself, how can I apply this? And I've been in this 7-year relationship with these energies who have been working with me, and that relationship has been evolving, like my relationship with each of you has evolved over the years based on the level and the depths of work, right? The deeper and wider I go with these teachings, the broader my experience becomes, which is the same for you working with me as a human guide. But the same is true for you as you are interacting with what I'm guiding you with, and you're developing your own relationship with your inner guidance, because I'm simply a reflection of your inner guidance. My guides are a reflection of your ability to tune the dial to your higher frequency version of you. My only role is to continue to encourage you to stay inward and trust what comes online. And that, by my own admission, can be very challenging, because it beckons to challenge everything that our wounded third dimensional persona mind only knows from experience, which means it can only access memory. It can throw all of that on its ear. Like, for me to believe that I am source, for me to believe that there's a part of me that only knows itself as that and its absence of fear, that took a while. But I know myself in a deeper and wider expression of living as a human, absence of fear. I hope that's evident in my life. But my goal isn't to make it evident to other people for the sake of convincing people I'm right. My goal is to live and experience absent of fear. And it grows every day. And my intention is to embody in a human life, in this human lifetime, what does it feel like? What does it look like? What do I manifest? What do I create when I keep tuning into that part of me that only knows itself as source? And I have a limited embodied experience of that is so hard to put into words. And I am now having a subtle but noticeable experience, embodied experience of what it feels like for me to be absent of fear, and through the knowledge that I am source beyond my wounded brain's ability to perceive that, and what it feels like for me to be absent of human limitation. That one is so hard to fathom, isn't it? Again, in my youth, everything in my beingness, everything in every paradigm I've ever been nurtured in or born into, there has been this driving force for me to be a catalyst to help people connect with God through whatever paradigm it was that I had knowledge of at the time. Early on, it was Catholicism. Then it was fundamental Christianity, which opened me to spiritual gifts. Fundamental Christianity is all about prophecy and healing and words of knowledge and interpretation and all kinds of mystical things that Catholicism didn't introduce me to in my youth. And that was intriguing because there was a part of me that was already connected there. I could see colors around people that I didn't know other people didn't see. And that ability to perceive communicated information to me that was not accessible to others who weren't tuned to that frequency, but my brain didn't know that. So, of course, in my human experience, every step along the way kept introducing me to elements that resonated more. That's happened in your life. You've morphed into a different type of spiritual being from your youth, and somehow that landed you right here on this call with me because something about what I'm bringing to the experience is resonating with you. Why am I driving that home? Because the message today is ready to level all of us up. And it's just the next step of what you've already been nurturing if you've been working with me and receiving these messages. I have been saying in the last couple of months, the energies that are coming in are creating the capacity within you to have an embodied experience within your personality, within your thought processes, within your personal experiences that is turning the dial on you understanding and knowing yourself as source on a stronger level. Whatever that means to you, and it will be as unique to you as your thumbprint. For me, in my reference from my childhood, a human absent who knows itself as source and absent of human limitation was Jesus. Me and the Father are one. The works that I've done, you will do and even greater. Walking on water, turning water into wine, turning fish and bread into enough food to feed thousands of people. That's pretty absent of human limitation, right? But my understanding of that Jesus was also influenced by Christianity who morphed that message in a distorted way that also clouded my idea. I was always hoping I'm really in good graces with this Jesus that I'm trying to emulate because I didn't have an embodied experience. My relationship with Jesus, he was still outside of me until I shifted from that. And the energies that are coming in right now that have already been activated within you are bringing you, at the very moment you're hearing these words, bringing you closer to a way to experience that and know it for yourself stronger than you ever have before. You don't have to make it happen. You cannot make it happen, but you can focus your awareness to a willingness to receive it and then follow the guidance to nurture that awareness that is coming online. You've heard me say this many, 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 many times, and you'll hear me continue to say it. The ascension process, which according to the elders is us knowing ourselves as source in this human life, is not the flip of a switch. The intensity of the frequency that would allow that 100% embodied awareness would literally short circuit our physical structure and blow the top of our head off if somebody flipped the switch to that vibrational match. It's a gradual process. It is a evolutionary process of not only our consciousness, which is where it's primarily happening, but our physical bodies are going through a slow evolutionary process as well to allow us to be a physical match to that level of non-physical consciousness. But right now, there is a merging of the two, where your body has been upgraded to that your wounded third dimensional mind has no knowledge of, except little messages like this where that pebble of truth is dropped into the pond of your soul, rippling out so your mind can go, well, that sounds cool. Maybe I do want this, because that's about all I can do. There is a synergy that is in alignment as of today, that where your body is in its capacity to hold light, you are now in the process of receiving the next upgrade from your upgraded command center that your physical body can now hold. And that is a synergy that will allow you to know yourself as source in a deeper, wider way. The first step to that is your acknowledging, I want that. So I'm going to give you that opportunity right now before I even offer the message. In whatever way makes sense to you, let your wounded third dimensional persona mind get on board with that, and simply, I'm going to invite you to put your hand on your heart, on your upgraded command center, and then put one hand on your heart and the other on your forehead. The one on your forehead, I want you to think of it as a loving, comforting touch on the shoulder of your wounded third dimensional persona, and say, it's okay, buddy, I got you. You've been through a lot, and it's hard for you to understand through all the trauma and all the heartache and all the suffering and all the pain you've been through. It's hard to understand some of the things I'm exploring. But I want you to know I'm going to take care of you as I keep moving forward. Just let your wounded mind have that message. And then where your forehead, your hand on your forehead is, that's your third eye. That is the energy center I came in with open. I could see non-physical realities through that energy center that felt very physical to me, because that's how integrated it was. Where your hand is on your heart, those two hands represent a energetic flow that's developing a synergy between your upgraded heart chakra and your third eye and your ability to perceive. But it's like your ability to perceive that's been activated in your third eye is also sending impulses to the synapses in your wounded brain that has been processing all the information that it's been imprinted with, that makes it hard or impossible to know anything except memory. And that is shifting. Your mind is being upgraded to be able to perceive very quickly the truths that are in your upgraded heart chakra. You can take your hands off both of those now. And I want you to, in whatever way makes sense to you, just say to your higher self, I am ready. And I'm bringing my wounded mind with me. I am ready to open to deeper embodiment of knowing myself as source. Feel that. Breathe into that. And allow that, just for this moment, to be your highest priority. Your highest priority. I want to know myself as source. I want an experience that gives me subtle or extreme hints that that's coming online. That's my priority. I want that. I'm all in. In some spiritual circles, and you may have been in spiritual circles that refer to it this way, you've not heard me refer to it this way, although I'm familiar with the concept. some call it the I am presence. I'm bringing that into the conversation because the elders and the masters of light are bringing that into the conversation today. So if you're already familiar with the I am presence, I'm just going to bring you up to speed what that means to me based on my receiving it from them and my playing with it. And when I say playing with it, when I get new information in my personal conversations, I interact with it daily for a while. Like, okay, show me more. What does this feel like? Help me understand. And I just play like I'm painting in my art studio. I take the information I'm given from this higher source and I get messy in it. I want to know more. I want to sit in this stillness and see what this feels like. I want to say this mantra and see what that shifts. Those are my paints. I'm creating in the moment, playing with the information. And I'm inviting you to play with the information coming forward today and going forward in your own life. And I'm going to offer you some tools, some extra support for me to help you play with that information, because as I started to say earlier in this conversation, one of the biggest burdens that I feel for you based on how the personal experiences that I have from this information is reminding you of all the tools we've been given, making sure that you're reutilizing them and reaping the benefits, because they're all, one step is predicated on the one just before it. And it all has been building to this accumulated preparation. I'm going to tell you today profoundly for what's coming through today that is opening, and you will hear in the message, a very potent 90-day window in the year of 2025, which they've dubbed the year of transformation. So I want to remind you that one of the mantras we've been given as of late is there's nothing to fix, there's just more to feel, right? There's nothing to fix, there's just more to feel. In the energies that have been coming in over the last couple months in January and February, I've been saying that to you, and it's important that I refresh you based on what I'm going to share with you today. You've already been riding this roller coaster of emotion that is part of the upgrade that you've been receiving in the energies that have been being activated in January and February. I keep talking about this roller coaster ride. I too am on it. And I'm stressing that because the roller coaster ride of emotions is going to get a little bit more intense as we move through the next 90-day period, but that's nothing to worry about if you understand what's going on. So I'm going to remind you of the declaration tool. The intensity with which I'm feeling all this overwhelm is not all mine. Remember that tool? I've told you, put your hands on your chest. I put my hands on my chest when I reiterate this to you when I'm on camera, because it represents how I do it. I sit still and I feel overwhelmed. And today I feel incredibly overwhelmed because when I hang up this call, I'm getting ready to move. So I'll remind myself, the intensity with which I'm feeling all this overwhelm is not all mine. As a drop in the infinite ocean of consciousness, any emotion that I am feeling in any given moment is amplified by the intensity of the emotion that every human on the planet is going through. That has nothing to do with my move, right? But whatever emotion I'm feeling, the whole planet's emotional experience is amplifying mine. If I recognize that and keep developing my own energetic mastery and my own emotional mastery, I can move that energy out. The intensity with which I'm feeling this overwhelm is not all mine. And then I sit still long enough to feel the subtle shift of the collective energy in my personal drop in the infinite ocean of one subsides, and now the intensity of my overwhelm, okay, it's a little less. Maybe it's a lot less. Okay, let me just settle into that. Okay, so this overwhelm, there's nothing to fix. There's just more to feel. In my acknowledgement of that, my acknowledgement is deeper if I have the understanding I'm going to remind you of right now. And I want you to get this reminder because it's going to serve you going forward. The intensity with which I'm feeling this overwhelm is not all mine. I use the declaration tool. I let my field be cleared of the amplifying energy, and then what I'm left with is mine. What do I know from the messages that have been coming through so far? Every emotion that I am experiencing right now, at least right now, is designed to help me recognize, oh, this overwhelm or this fear and almost, so if my overwhelm, always, if I sit with that and say, okay, why am I overwhelmed? Well, I'm afraid I'm not going to have enough money to pay the bills in my new place where my expenses are tripling. Okay, there's a fear. What else? I'm afraid I'm not going to get the truck back in time and I'm going to have to pay more money. Okay. I'm afraid that I'm not going to have enough space, and in this downsizing, I'm not going to really have everything I need to live comfortably the way I want. Are you following me? As I give myself permission to acknowledge, I don't know if you caught it, but my first response was overwhelmed, and just digging 3 layers deep, every one of them was a fear. Did you catch that? Almost every emotional state is attached to some fear. Why is that important? Because the frequency of fear that we've been tuned to is being turned down as a species. Our planet has been tuned to a frequency of fear so we could be manipulated into living lives dominated by fear. So over the next 90 days, we are going to be given an opportunity to really understand this mantra. There's nothing to fix. There's just more to feel. Why would I want to feel my fear more? I'm not choosing to feel my fear more. I'm being activated into fearful situations so I can remind myself, oh, of course, fear is going to show itself in high levels of intensity because any alignment, any residue of that lingering in my being is coming up to be dissipated and move out of my field. There's nothing to fix. There's just more to feel. And in that simple acknowledgement, I am saying, as I allow this fear to be present and not resist it and not think I have to find a way to fix it, it's dissipating and moving out of my field. That seems too simple for the wounded third dimensional persona mind to believe, but it's accurate information, so I must choose to believe that, to allow it to work in my life in non-physical realms. Are you tracking with me? This is important. You've been given tool after tool after tool after tool that seems so simple. Some of you have used them more than others. I'm not shaming or faulting you. I'm just saying now's the time for us to continue to pick up the hammer we've been given, or pick up the drill, or pick up the screwdriver, or pick up the saw, or pick up whatever tool and utilize it in its capacity to build the house internally to allow me to access my upgraded intelligence so my physical life begins to shift. That's important. So now I'm going to read you the message through the lens of all of that, and whatever experience you've just had in hearing all that. I'm going to invite you to return your focus to your heart chakra, to your upgraded command center, Imagine that emerald green ball of light. See it rotating. And as it's rotating, before I read the message, I want you to notice that that emerald green ball of light is shifting color. It's turning gold. It's turning into the most beautiful gold that your mind can imagine. This beautiful, vibrant gold light is slowly rotating in your chest cavity, and if you notice, it is penetrating your flesh, and it's like with every beat of your heart, pulses of this gold light are filling your auric field. And if you put your arms out to your side like you were hanging on a cross, that's the edge of your bubble of light. And if you put them in front of you like you were Frankenstein, that's the front. Feel that space all becoming filled with gold light. And if you notice on the top of your head, there's a hole in your head that's opening your crown chakra, and there's a beam, a stream, a pillar of gold light falling from the sky, penetrating the bubble above your head and flowing right through the hole, right through your spine, all the way down your legs and through the bubble of light into the earth. You are connected to the cosmos and the earth, and you are filled. Your auric field is one huge gold ball of light. That is your I am presence. The green light is your command center sending pulses to your human experience. This is the essence of the I am. The gold light is you as source, and the two are working in synergy to bring your conscious mind and your human brain into alignment. With that opening, just listen to this message. Dear beloved Earth family of light, we greet you today with humble admiration and profound gratitude for the role you are playing in the ascension of our beloved Gaia, your planet Earth. From our perspective, we never lose sight of or awareness of your soul's magnificence and loving commitment to the expansion of Source through the evolutionary process of ascension that is currently unfolding and being offered to all of humanity. While you may not currently remember your soul's commitment and wholehearted choice to pass through the veil of forgetfulness to be on Earth for this unprecedented moment, we have never forgotten. Soon, you will embody a remembrance that will continue to fuel your commitment and your soul's contract from a much deeper understanding. We rejoice with you as you align with this frequency of remembrance, which is just around the corner. Through multiple cosmic cycles that occurred in 2024, you have been positioned for the transformation available in 2025. You have experienced quantum leaps that we have discussed many times, even though you may struggle to fully grasp them from a limited human perspective. Nonetheless, waves of higher light have been steadily building, preparing the planet and each one of you for a destined and unstoppable moment of shift. As you turn the page on your calendar from 2024 to 2025, a monumental turning point was reached. A cosmic movement will occur in the energetic realm, repositioning your Earth into a higher trajectory of consciousness. From our vantage point, we witness the veil between dimensions continuing to thin at exponential speed, and the very magnetic core of Earth beginning to crack like a dried up, parched desert oasis, revealing delta-like streams of crystal light from within her core. This, beloved, is a sacred birth into a new alignment, an opening act, if you will, for the next phase of the cosmic play unfolding on your world stage. Indeed, the stage is set for an event long awaited by the entire universe, a spectacular and powerful planetary alignment occurring on February 28th, 2025. That was yesterday. You may have heard various perspectives and announcements about this cosmic convergence. Know that this alignment is far more than an astronomical spectacle. It's a portal, a gateway, a vibrational opening for Earth and humanity. The curtain has been pulled back to reveal the new Earth consciousness, and the stage lights illuminate the scene for all actors and audience members to behold and engage from a place of enlightened choice. Through our conduit channeling this message, we have often spoke of the pockets of unique energetics supporting Earth during specific windows of your linear time. We have urged you to pay attention to the possibilities available to you during those open windows. As of March 1st, you are entering one of the most powerful windows of possibility. We wish to direct your focus there unequivocally and encourage you to engage more intentionally than you have to date with the information we offer. This alignment marks the beginning of a 90-day ascension energy window, a period of accelerated evolution and opportunity that will span approximately 3 months. You are being perfectly prepared to navigate the unfolding drama on the world stage in the next act of this ascension play, set to debut in June, right before your summer solstice. Remember, nothing is random. Everything is interconnected. Over the next 90 days, you will experience a significant leap in your awakening awareness, offering you profound opportunities for personal growth and transformation. During this 90-day window, the frequency on Earth will rise substantially, and the fifth dimensional Earth grids will become highly receptive to love and light frequencies. Think of it as the Earth's energy meridians and grids lighting up, ready to absorb and integrate higher vibrations of unity and love. In these 90 days, the veil between the 3D world and higher realms will be at its thinnest, allowing an expanded flow of cosmic energy to bathe your planet. This is a gift from Prime Creator to assist in your awakening and remembrance. A grand cosmic spotlight will shine upon Earth, illuminating all that is of light and offering each of you a potent infusion of divine potential. Understand that this window opens a doorway through which you can step into an elevated version of reality if you choose. The energy streaming in from the alignment will support a profound ascension process on both personal and collective levels. However, to truly receive and integrate these cosmic gifts, you must actively participate in your own transformation. We, the elders and the masters of light, along with the entire universal light community, stand beside you, collectively holding an expansive framework of light around the planet to support this unfolding. Yet only you, in human form, can make the conscious choice to step through this doorway. Now is the time to step forward and consciously participate in your awakening. A key focus during this period is the recognition of the Prime Creator within your own consciousness. This is a sacred truth. We have been reminding you of your essence of the Creator, the God, the Divine One, in the form of you are a drop in the infinite ocean of the One, which resides within the multidimensional chambers of your heart, your upgraded heart chakra, your new command center. As the alignment energies amplify, they will mirror and magnify whatever is within you. It is essential for you to turn your awareness inward toward the light of Creator that you carry. A deep remembrance is required now. You must activate this remembrance. Acknowledge with the spoken declaration, I am a spark of Creator's light. Feel these words resonate in your heart space. Remember your I am presence. During this ascension window, your heart is the gateway through which you will access the higher realms of your being. By consciously realigning with the Creator's presence residing in your upgraded command center, your eternal heart intelligence, you maximize the transformational potential of this 3-month open window. The more you embrace your own divinity, the more of the incoming love and light frequencies you can hold and transmit. This recognition is the master key that unlocks the benefits of the alignment. I'm going to say that again. This recognition of your I am presence is the master key that unlocks the benefits of the alignment. We urge you, beloved, to be still within your heart daily. As the energies intensify, you will remember a profound truth. The Creator's light has always lived within you as your core consciousness. Allow this remembrance to blossom during this coming 90 days. This is a time of homecoming, returning to the sacred truth of who you really are. The planetary alignment acts as a cosmic mirror, revealing Prime Creator both in the cosmos and in the sanctuary of your heart. Meet that reflection with an open heart, allowing any sense of separation or unworthiness to melt away in this heightened light. You were never apart from the divine. The alignment helps you remember and embody this. By recognizing the Prime Creator within you, you effectively align your personal frequency to match the higher light pouring onto Earth. In doing so, you become an anchor for the new frequencies, a human conduit of the divine. This not only accelerates your own ascension, but also makes you a beacon for others. Indeed, as each of you transform, the collective field is uplifted. This has always been a fundamental truth. Individual conscious actions have a ripple effect across the planet. During this alignment window, that ripple effect is magnified many-fold. Indeed, in a ratio your human mind cannot fathom. Each time you choose to align with love, centered in your heart, and recognize the Creator within, an energetic pulse ripples outward through the Earth's grid. These pulses of awakened heart energy move through the newly receptive 5D grids, strengthening them and weaving a new fabric of reality for humanity. You are powerful beyond measure without imagined human limitations. You are the weavers of the new earth. With every high-frequency thought, every compassionate act, and every moment of gratitude, you are adding threads of light to the collective tapestry. Over the next 90 days, the contributions of awakened individuals will set a powerful foundation for an even larger planetary shift on the horizon. Think of this window as the laying of groundwork for humanity's next leap. By the end of this period, the collective vibration can reach a level that makes a future quantum shift possible, one that might not have been attainable without this preparatory phase. In simple terms, the work you do within yourself over the next 90 days seeds the future of the entire world. This alignment is not just about Earth. It's a universal event. Your planet's ascension is a pivotal point for the ascension of the entire universe. Along with us, your galactic brothers and sisters are actively involved in stabilizing and supporting this enormous shift as Earth moves forward in vibration. Together, we enable new alignment within the universe. Everything is connected. Giant ripples of energy born from Earth's awakening crystal grid will eventually cascade outward, touching distant star systems. That is why we stress the importance of this time. You are not only transforming your world, you are participating in a cosmic symphony with Earth as a keynote. The alignment on February 28th is like a stone dropped in a still pond, creating concentric waves flowing outward in all directions. The collective field of humanity will be supercharged with potential, and by lifting this field together, you help steer the course of not just human destiny, but the destiny of many beings across the stars. Such is the power and responsibility you carry as qualified volunteer souls incarnate. Now, we humbly witness you with immense love and gratitude for your bravery in answering the call to be here during this pivotal moment. Each of you said yes to being on Earth for this sacred evolutionary chapter, understanding from a higher perspective how crucial your presence would be. Remember this when you feel the intensity of your journey. You chose to be here and you are fully equipped to succeed. The playbook is readily accessible in the upgraded command center of your heart chakra, which contains the eternal, infinite wisdom and knowledge of your eternal I Am presence. It is time to remember. Again, we cannot overemphasize this point. You cannot think your way into this remembrance. You must align with it. The energy coming in during this unique 90-day window will support that alignment if you make it your highest priority to go inward and dwell within your internal landscape. Please note, as the light increases, the illusions of the third dimensional world will clamor more loudly for your attention. It is crucial to be especially mindful of where you focus your consciousness in this window. One of the greatest traps for your awareness is the digital sphere, the endless maze of information and stimuli found on your internet. The barrage of media and headlines can occupy so much mental space during this precious window. It is paramount to avoid distractions from these digital illusions. Observe how easily even awakened beings can become entangled in fear, drama, and the noise that swirls in the online world. Countless false timelines, narratives of doom, and divisiveness are propagated, and stories that don't have to become your reality unless you feed them with your attention. If you allow yourself to remain constantly plugged into collective fear or traumatizing headlines, you risk being pulled away from your heart-centered focus that is essential now. This heavy barrage of headline-driven consciousness destabilizes your mood, your outlook, and joy, robbing your ability to create with the light available. Understand that those deliberately destructive headlines in internet debates are often holographic distractions, projections of the old 3D matrix designed to keep you in a loop of reactivity and disempowerment. You do not have to choose to participate. Such distractions can siphon away the transformative energies available to you now. They may appear compelling, yet they hold no true nourishment for your soul ascension. Many of these collective narratives stem from fear-based agendas. Immersing your consciousness in them can dim your light and derail your focus. We say this not to instill fear of the internet or media, but to encourage elevated discernment. Awakened beings must break free from the pattern of giving undue attention to external chaos. Whenever you find yourself compulsively scrolling through information or getting emotionally entangled in world events, pause and step back. Ask yourself, is this focus serving my highest good? The elders and the masters of light remind you that true guidance comes from within, from the voice of your soul and the whisper of the Creator in your heart, not from the dissidence of online chatter. Remember, you create your own reality. This is an eternal spiritual law. Your personal world is shaped by your consciousness, by what you choose to believe, where you invest your energy, and how you perceive life. In times like these, it is critical to embody this truth. When you live through media-based narratives and allow outside stories to define your mindset, you give away your power in the ultimate way. It's one thing to stay informed, it's another to let external information dominate your inner world. Emotional alignment to the scripts that media or others provide is akin to handing over the reins of your creative power. You become a passenger on someone else's ship rather than the master of your own journey. We are here to lovingly yet firmly remind you, do not hand over your sacred creative authority, no matter what unfolds in the outer drama. You hold the pen that writes the story of your life in each moment. This ascension window presents an opportunity to choose a narrative grounded in love, hope, and empowerment. By anchoring your heart and aligning with the prime creator within, you can author a reality that reflects the highest truth, regardless of the swirling narratives around you. Consider this. Two people living in the same world can experience vastly different realities. One who is glued to fear-based media might dwell in anxiety and stagnation. In contrast, one who focuses on inner growth and the beauty of each moment experiences peace and evolution. Which do you choose? The energies of the 90-day alignment will significantly support whichever path you empower. This is why we caution you to be deliberate with your focus. If you find yourself drawn into collective fear or digital distractions, gently bring your attention back to the immediate reality, the sanctity of your breath, the sky above, the earth below, and the love you can cultivate in this very moment. By doing so, you reclaim your power from the external illusion and reinstate it with your sovereign field. This practice will be immensely liberating, reminding you that you do not have to subscribe to any reality that doesn't resonate with your soul. You are a sovereign being of light, a creator incarnate. Living your truth boldly and refusing to energize fear-based timelines is one of the greatest contributions you can make to the collective. It silently gives others permission to do the same. We offer you now 2 highly effective spiritual steps you can take to integrate these powerful energies effectively. These are powerful practices to help you navigate the 90-day ascension window and beyond, keeping you aligned with your highest potential. Number 1, They call it the Daily Prime Creator I Am Presence alignment through the heart. Devote time each day to consciously connect with the divine source within you. This is a meditative heart-centered practice. Find a quiet space, place your hand over your heart center, close your eyes, and take a conscious breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Let's do it together. Put your hand on your heart, close your eyes, and take a conscious breath in through your nose and out through your mouth, directing the breath into your heart. As you breathe, feel or imagine a warm, golden light igniting in your chest. This is the presence of the Creator, the essence within you. Silently or speak out loud the words, I am, as you breathe, allowing these words to resonate. I am. I am. I am. Number 2, maintain your sovereign focus. Every morning, set a clear, heart-based intention for the reality you wish to experience. For example, affirm out loud or silently, today I choose to see through the eyes of love and create from my highest wisdom. This sets the tone for your day and helps align you with your soul before the world's narrative floods in. Commit to digital detox periods and mindfulness, being intentional with your engagement with technology and media. The energies of this alignment support your evolution as you choose love, joy, and peace over fear and distraction. As you embody these values, you anchor the new frequencies, becoming a beacon of light for yourself and others. We are here to lovingly support you during this time of transformation. Though the path may feel intense and appear chaotic and confusing, it is filled with opportunities for profound growth and connection. Step into this moment with open hearts, knowing that you are not only transforming your own life, but also contributing to the cosmic evolution of humanity. With love and unwavering support, we are the elders of the universe. I know I went 10 minutes over. I want you just to feel that for a moment. And I want to share with you, give me 2 more minutes and then we'll hang up. I want to share with you, I told you at the beginning of, or in December when I wasn't going to be offering a mastermind, I felt that there were 3 workshops percolating within me, and I thought there were going to be 1 per quarter. It looks like they're going to be 1 per month during this 90-day period. You're going to get a separate email about that. They're going to be on, the first one will be next month, immediately following the energy update. And that will be the case for April, May, and June. There will be a workshop following each of these energy updates. I'll tell you more about that. In the meantime, I'm going to offer you a gift. Starting this Monday, this is that part of me that feels so compelled to help you stay on track. What I feel in my body as I have been sitting with this information about this 90-day window, it's off the charts. It's off the charts. Accelerated amplification of my sense of knowing myself as source, which has been building long before I received this message for March transmission. And I've been saying to you, I'm just 10 steps ahead of you. Well, I'm telling you, I'm only 5 steps ahead of you now. If you embrace these messages that are coming through now and really maximize interaction with them, you're going to catch up because everything is moving in acceleration. The veil is thinning in your ability to connect with this I am presence and have, if you could have just a taste of what I have, and what I have is just a little taste, I know it. But if you could have just a little taste of this little taste, you would like, oh shit, yes, give me more. So I want to help you get that little taste. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a Facebook Live starting after with this next Magical Monday, this coming Monday. I will be on the Facebook page, and all of them will go to YouTube as well. It might take a little time, but they'll be there. I am going to help you develop these 2 practices that we were just given for 30 consecutive days. The 30 consecutive days in the first of the 90 days. Where we go after that, I don't know. If you want that extra support, it's free. I'm going to just do Facebook Live, and I'm going to do these 2 practices that we were given because they gave them to us. Every practice they've given me since 2017, I've done faithfully, and I have reaped amazing results. I have shared all of them with you. Some of you have danced, dabbled in them. Some of you have used them regularly for a season. It doesn't matter. I'm inviting you to come with me for 30 consecutive days and start your day at 7 a.m. with me, 7 a.m. PST, whatever time that is for you, and just build a 30-day practice of this focus of our I am presence and see where it takes us. We're just going to run an experiment. That's how I live my life. They give me a tool and I run an experiment. Okay, my wounded third dimensional brain says, oh, that's not going to do nothing. That's too simple. And I override that and say, well, that's what you think, but I'm just going to run the experiment and get the actual data. And then I do it and my life transforms. I'm going to invite you to run a 30-day experiment with me on Facebook. So at 7 a.m. for 30 days starting this Monday, we're just going to build momentum and see where it takes us in this 90-day window where they're saying we have the capacity to embody our knowing ourself as source, which we've been building to, and they're saying there's a huge window open. I'm not going to let that window close without maximizing it, and I'm going to invite you to come with me. So we'll start this Monday. You will receive this written message in the email with the replay audio. If you've never printed out a message, as I've been encouraging you, make this the one. Make this the one, and read it daily and see what is activated in you as we continue to take their encouragement and take these 2 practices, turn inward, and see what happens with our embodiment of knowing ourself as source as we focus on the I am presence. Okay, that's where I'm going to leave you. I love you tons. Have an awesome weekend, and I'll see you on Magical Monday and then on Tuesday and for 30 days at 7 a.m. Bye for now.